fuck's sake, you're kidding me. You are not going to believe the disasters that are happening with this live. Wow, welcome to Food Talk TV. It's really live here. It's a live mishigas here. It's a big old mess. Let me tell you what just happened here. So I was trying to log in, couldn't log in, finally logged in, got it right, and then my tripod just broke on me. And as I'm setting this all up, but that's okay, because I'm prepared to have another tripod. So I'm gonna go and move this over, but give me 1 second here to set up. This is Daphne Brogdon with Food Talk TV. You might know me from Daphne Dishes on the Food Network show. But now I'm cooking here. Cooking here with you, Food Talk TV, the longest running live show, cooking shows on TikTok. So let's see how I can, this has just been an unmitigated disaster. So I was trying to use this thing, a tick stream, where I would be able to hear the comments from y'all because it's easier with cooking, you know, so I won't miss a thing since I don't have a co-host today. But there was some technical difficulties. So we tried it out. Maybe we'll revisit that. And I will get rid of this broken tripod now. We'll start again. I hope you guys are good. I'm in Los Angeles and it is raining cats and dogs. Apparently Thursday is even going to be more rain. So you guys tell me where you're in from. Welcome, welcome. We're going to have fun. I'm just going to get going here. Oh boy, now I got to reposition this again. Sorry. Oh, Mustard Queen is in the house. Fantastic. All right, let's try to, of course I had it perfect for the tripod that broke. Kansas, you got snow in Kansas. Whoa. Now, when you have snow in Kansas, do you try to stand? Because I know in LA, even when it rains, people don't like to go out. I can imagine the snow would be very daunting to drive in. But I'm from Southern California, so I'm very, the times I've had to drive in the snow, I'm like this. I'm totally freaking out. And this is so in TV production, we have a thing called sandbags. They're literally sandbags, and you use them to kind of anchor down lights and cameras and stuff. But I use bags of chocolate chips for my sandbag here to keep the tripod, to keep it in place. Is it working? Yes. So far, so good. Okay. Is it going to work? I mean, it's just been like one disaster after another. But that's life, right? You get knocked down, you get back up again. Oh, Michael says, please share the live stream. Thank you, Michael. That is so sweet. Okay, so let me start again. Hi, Daphne Brogdon. Daphne Dishes, the Food Network, was my show. I also have a YouTube channel, Daphne Dishes Again. And I'm so honored to be here on Food Talk TV, which if you haven't, I think a lot of you are regulars, but for those that you don't know Food Talk TV, longest running live culinary shows on TikTok. And yeah, that's live TV. Whew, I need some water. Also, all the recipes that either I or my fellow creators here do are on our website. And I'm sure Mustard Queen can put some of that info in the comments at various times. But, oh my God. I need a sip of water. The pause that refreshes. It happens to the best of us. Yay, Trini Cooks is here. You got to check out Trini if you've not seen her before. She's definitely one of my faves. Okay, I am making chicken cordon bleu. And so let's get going. Let's get the chicken out. Where's my chicken? Now I'm starting to doubt everything. I'm even like looking at the fridge like, do I have chicken? I just bought the chicken. Where's the chicken? Hey, thanks for tapping the screen. It really helps us with the TikTok algorithm gods. If you tap the screen, there's also rewards, the little rewards. I think they're chilies, which are like a cent or less than a cent or something like that. Would be great. And for those that don't know, since the TikTok ban, you cannot subscribe to creators or buy coins through the app. You have to go to TikTok website, which actually ends up being cheaper because then you don't have that Apple Pay. Who needs to pay Apple? Oh, yay, Kaz is coming in with the chili peppers for moral support. Thanks, Kaz. It's a tick stream theme. That was so, they wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me access with Food Talk TV. Maybe I should redo my account. I don't know. We'll revisit that. We will revisit that. Okay, so I always put on gloves when I touch chicken. Number one, because I used to work in restaurants with my husband, my late chef husband, and obviously when you're cooking for the public, you need to do that. But also, I just don't like the consistency. It's kind of gross. So normally, as you know, when you get a chicken breast, it's much bigger than this, and so I could spend the time to show you how to cut up that chicken breast. But those chicken breasts were $8.99 a pound, where these ones, which were already cut slim, were $7.99 a pound. So I'm like, I'll save the money and save the labor. Let's do that instead. So let me just move this a little bit so you can see what I'm gonna do here, which is I'm still gonna pound it. So even though it's thinner, I still wanna pound it. It's really important with chicken cordon bleu to pound it. Now, you might be asking yourself, Daphne, chicken cordon bleu, is it blue? Is it cordon? What does it mean? Does it have blue cheese in it? No, none of that. It's a French name, which essentially means blue ribbon. And it's said to be related to how fancy chefs would have, like, I don't know, like a blue ribbon on their hat or hair apron or something like that. Okay, so always when I pound chicken, I drizzle with some olive oil, and then I cover it with the plastic wrap. And I do that because it kind of distributes the viscosity more, you know? Like it's a little, your chicken will be more efficient and it's pounding. It's also good because chicken can tear, especially if you're gonna use the pokey part of the hammer. And you don't want your chicken to tear. I've definitely had that happen where I'm like, I look like I really beat up my chicken. So, ideally, if you start with a traditional chicken breast, you cut it in half and you pound it. You want to pound it so it becomes twice the size, so it's thin and it's twice the width, I guess. That's how you put it. I usually use the flat side. I just accidentally use the spiky side. But anyway, so it's pretty thin. But you really want to, because we're going to roll it up. I did a roll up chicken recipe. I'm going to keep that in there. Last week as well, and I didn't pound it as much as I wanted. So I was disappointed in that. So I really want to make sure to do that. And that's because since you're stuffing the chicken, it's just so much more fun for the future eater of this that when you cut into it, you really see the stuffing as the main thing. It's a bummer if the stuffing's kind of small and then it's like all big thick protein. It's just not as exciting. Thank you guys for joining. If you're just joining, I'm Daphne Brogdon. I'm one of the newer creators here on FoodTokTV. I used to have a show on Food Network called Daphne Dishes, and I have my cooking YouTube channel called Daphne Dishes Again, where I have my food videos. I post some food videos on my TikTok, which is Daphne Brog, but I do more on YouTube. But also on TikTok, I do some comedy stuff, some topical stuff. I do some lives where I do more like news of the day. Trivia. Oh, just joined the team. Mustard Queen, thank you. Mustard Queen is the den mother of us at FoodTokTV. Oh, look at that. I'm getting more rewards. I'm going to have to set up. Now, this is so funny because I'm not even getting like the ping, ping, which you usually get. I like the ping, ping. I feel so lonely not here. I was really looking forward to we were setting this thing up so that I was going to be able to hear everything that was going on even when I wasn't seeing it. Okay. So I've got a couple here. That's good enough. Now, the thing with chicken cordon bleu was supposedly it was created in Switzerland. Thank you, Cass. Look. Cass is just going to be like the benefactor. Oh, there's the noise. There's the noise. Well, now I got to reset it. Or should I not reset it? I'll reset it. I think I was told you should always reset it, right? Well, first I gotta pin that. Thank you. Thank you for the rewards. Oh no, it went away. 50% left. Okay, there you go. Oh, you're gonna keep going. So anyway, Switzerland. Chicken Cordon Bleu was created in Switzerland in the 40s, but it was popularized by Julia Child in the 1960s, 1970s. And I have to say, I remember as a kid it being like, this was like a fancy dish, you know, back before, like, you know, farm to table, California cuisine, where nice restaurants were all continental cuisine, what we call continental cuisine. So chicken cordon bleu definitely falls into that, like, it's kind of European, not too spicy. Things I think we make now, we probably add a little bit more spice, have a little bit more world flavor influence, but this, we're going old school. So usually it's ham and cheese, but I also think, thank you so much for the roast, that it's really, I have some prosciutto, so I want to try that. So I'm going to do one with ham and one with prosciutto, and at the end we can decide which tastes the best. And Swiss cheese is normal. Obviously, if you have gruyere, all the better, because gruyere is aged. It tastes better than Swiss. But what happened was, for my son, I bought all of this ham and cheese to make him, you know, for school lunches. And then he said, he told me he doesn't like ham. And I'm like, why are you telling me this now? I just bought all this ham. So then I thought, oh, I'll make chicken cordon bleu. So here's what we're gonna do. So I have my pounded chicken. I'm gonna put my piece of prosciutto. Wait a minute. For the cheese. You could use shredded. I don't have shredded. Because of course I thought I was making sandwiches, but I'm not making sandwiches. And I think I'm gonna just use like half. So we're gonna do chicken, prosciutto, cheese, and I want to roll it up tight so that I don't have to use a toothpick. If you have to use a toothpick, it's not the end of the world, but I would just prefer not to. So, and I'm gonna kind of, okay, so I'm really tight. And this always makes me think of, tell me if you had this experience, of when my kids were little, and it was really popular at that time. That's when they started putting your kids really tight in the, what did they used to call it? You know, you'd wrap them up in a blanket like a burrito. Swaddling, the swaddling. It was really popular, and my husband was always better at doing it than I was. But you tie, and boy, I don't know about you guys, but it really worked for my kids. They'd be like, and then tie them up really tight in the blanket, and they'd go, put a passy in their mouth, and they were good. All right, so I've rolled it up, and now I'm going to wrap the saran. So rolled it up, I'm wrapping the saran around it, because I'm gonna let it set in the refrigerator. But I'm gonna do one more, because if I go to this triple, because also it happens to be my date night tonight, so I'm gonna have this for my kids, so I don't feel guilty when I'm like, I'm going out to dinner, bye, see you later. Okay, what's up? What's up? Making some chicken cordon bleu. Thanks for joining. Keep tapping the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Keep tapping the screen. So, I've got the cheese. I've got the... Wait a minute. This is a prosciutto. Shoot. Well, I don't want to waste it. I'll put the ham in, because now I want to know how the ham tastes in, which is kind of American traditional. Man, got all this good ham. My kid won't eat it. What else can I make with the ham? You guys give me some of it. I mean, it smells good. It's all good. Smoky ham. Yeah. All right. So, I'm going to tie it up really tight. Trying to... This is why you don't want to pound the chicken too much that it disappears. So... nice roll. We shall see. Okay. Now, I'm wrapping it up in the plastic, folding it. Okay. So, I've got 2 rolled up pounded chicken breasts with prosciutto and or ham and Swiss cheese, and it's going to go in the fridge. There we go. Now I will take these off, put the chicken back in here, and remove this because this is not clean. start, so I have two things I'm gonna have to do, which is I've gotta make a side dish and I have to make the breading for the chicken. But I'm gonna start on the side dish. Okay, let me make sure I haven't missed anything. Oh, people are saying hi. Oh, Benjamin's in the house. You guys are always so sweet. The Food Talk TV people are so kind. I really appreciate it. Yes, share the live, comments, blah, 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 all that stuff. Okay, well, let's put that away. So I'm gonna make coconut rice and roasted Brussels sprouts. So the Brussels sprouts, I feel like I was making Brussels sprouts before it was cool to make Brussels sprouts. Now you go to a nice restaurant and they always have Brussels sprouts on the menu. But I was doing it years ago, and it's kind of my role in my family when we are having a dinner. I have two older sisters. They always give me the vegetables to cook because they say I make the best vegetables, which is really nice. So the biggest problem with Brussels sprouts, and I love them, love them, love them, but if you ever go to a restaurant and they have a Brussels sprout salad, by all means, get it. Because that means some poor person, worker, has had to peel and take off every leaf and then probably, cut it like chiffonade. And it's fantastic. But it is a lot of labor, I think, for a home cook. So I tend to, depending upon the size of the Brussels sprouts, obviously, just taking off the ends and having a quarter. You definitely need to quarter them when you get these like gigantic ones. It also worries me when the Brussels sprouts are too big, because then I'm like, oh God, I don't think this is organic. This was probably made with, some kind of chemical found on the planet that Superman comes from or something. Although I did get these, it said organic, but I don't think that's very well regulated, so. There's not many regulations gonna be left anyway. All right, so we're going to put, I'm gonna put these right in the pan. I made bacon and sausages this morning for breakfast, and I'm a big believer in never wasting pork fat. So I'm gonna warm up the pan and just start to put the Brussels sprouts in there. Because often Brussels sprouts, people put bacon or bacon lardons or pancetta in them. And I don't know, I always do it a little different. But definitely I like pork fat. Every once in a while I'll have a guest who's like, well, I can't eat pork. And I'm like, ugh, I don't know what to offer you. Because fat is flavor, and pork fat, a very extra smoky flavor. All right, this is Food Talk TV. If you're just joining, I'm Daphne Brogdon. I Daphne Dishes on Food Network, which is still available on Prime, which is fun. I just had a reunion of my old dinner club, which was very fun. We used to meet, none of us can believe it, because you could tell none of us had kids when we started it. We used to meet once a month, and we would go to a nice restaurant. Once a month. We were thinking now that some of us are empty nesters or have teenagers, we're like, you know what? Let's try it once a quarter. Let's do it. It's kind of fun. Go to a nice restaurant, we're spending $150 or what have you. All right, so I'm gonna, as much as you can, you wanna try to give your Brussels sprouts a diet. If you can get some of the leaves off, actually these are coming off pretty easy, which is nice. Because it's going to cook through. Because it's a bummer when it looks really good and roasty, and then you go in and it's still kind of hard. You want to get, people want the crispy with the Brussels sprouts. We're so sorry. I'm over 50. Were you ever on Food TV? Yes, well, I was on Food Network, and I was on Cooking Channel. So my show, Daphne Dishes, was on Food Network. It was on Food Network. I'm still on the website. You can still get it. I think it's like $1.99 on Prime for each of my episodes. And when I was shot here in the house, and that's what's so funny, I just did a quick video on my regular channel on Daphne Brogdon. Check me out there. Because it's so different, from doing that show where I had producers and food stylists and a makeup artist and a hair person and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then thank you, Taylor, for putting that in there. Yeah, Daphne Brogdon is my regular channel. Please give me a follow. To do it here with, you know, just some lights and a tripod and live and no editor. Oh, thank you, Mama T. You're so sweet. How are you feeling, sweetie? I know you had something was going on with your ankle there. I hope that's getting better. Oh, yay! Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you're feeling better. Everybody is so sweet in this community. And I think that's one of the things, as addictive and as much as TikTok can rot our brains, I do like this platform for making community. I think it is nice that way. Okay, so wait a minute. You're not seeing my pan here. Wait. All right. Well, it's not like an action-packed, you know, cops and robbers here, but oh, you're good. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. All right, so I've got the Brussels sprouts in the pan. I'm gonna do some kosher salt. By all means, I use like a brownie pan, throw them all in there in a hot oven, and don't think about it. It'll take longer. It takes like 45 minutes, but sometimes that's nice when to do because, you know, you're busy with other things. I look up people like you because I'm going in that direction also. Rookie in the kitchen. Oh, great. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the world of Food Network TV is now, because when I was in it, it was changing. Oh, that one's a little big. So the story of how my show was, the executive at Food Network liked me, Bob Tushman, and I was going to get a third season, and then he got pushed out. And then the people who came in wanted to do more what you kind of call, what we started to call stunt casting, because I did a lot of hosting of other things. And they said, well, Patricia Heaton is going to do if she does a show, we can't afford your show too. And then they said Patricia Heaton's doing a show. And I was like, all right. Love Brussels sprouts. Yay. Okay. So that is the most basic, that we're just going to do salt and oil. But I would highly recommend also some red pepper flakes and or some bacon, just kind of depends. I think I'm just going to do red pepper flakes. Because the flavor profile of the Cordon Bleu is, you know, continental cuisine is not too jazzy, so I don't want to overpower it. Let's see more of the pan, please. Yeah, I'm trying. Here, let's see. See, right there, that's as far as it can go, or it will go off the floor. Wait, here we go. It's hard not to look fat when you wear an apron, I've noticed. Oh, that flame needs to be higher. We're going to put a lid on that. And we're going to move on. Put that away. So now I'm going to work on my rice. I'm going to share with you my favorite way to make rice, which is with this little rice maker. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Snow White. You're so sweet. That my late dad, who passed a few years ago, God, it was more than a few years ago. It's 2010. That sucks. I miss him. Anyway, this was his old rice cooker, and he gave it to me, I don't know, a few years before he died. And dang me, this thing works like a charm. It is the best thing. Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you so much. I advise everyone to get one of these. Go and put it all together, 20 minutes done. It's idiot-proof. Remember when I went to college, calling my mom, because I had apartments, not dorms. How do you make rice? Like, I had no idea. I had no idea. So I always assume, sometimes people just don't know basic stuff. And that's fine. You don't know basic stuff. The easiest way to remember rice is it's always 1 to 2. 2 to 1. Liquid is double whatever the rice is. But in this case, I'm not making regular rice. I like making coconut milk rice. And most importantly, my kids like it Because there's nothing more annoying than when you cook for your kids and they go, I don't like it. You're like, thanks, glad I made that effort. Jeannie, my husband dates them, then fries in an Italian dressing and chopped bacon. Oh, puts dates in the Brussels sprouts? That's a great idea. I love that. I love that idea. Okay, let me turn this around here a little bit. Brussels sprouts are definitely coming along. Brussels sprouts, part of the cabbage family. So expect a fart. Like, I love sunchokes. I love sunchokes. And then, darn it, somebody said, oh, don't you fart after sunchokes? And I was like, huh? And then when they said it, I realized, oh my God, like a freight train. So I have to use sunchokes quite sparingly now, which is too bad because I love them. I even figured out how to grow them and everything. All right, so I've got the can of coconut milk. I'm throwing it in there. Now in this case, it's 13 and a half ounces. All right, so I basically need about 6.5 ounces of rice. And the other thing I always say to new chefs, young budding home chefs, have a scale. Have a scale. You want a scale. My husband, who was a professional chef, was a big believer in scales. And that was one thing that drove me nuts on Food Network, is that they wanted me to put everything in like stick of butter. And I'm like, what the F is a stick of butter? That's not really like a thing that we do, you know. You do it by measurements. So let's tear. That's zeroing out for the non-cooking people. Wait, that didn't zero out. Why didn't that zero? There. Just a little bit more. There we go. And put a little salt. Mix that up. Okay, so I've got my coconut milk, my rice. Boy, when I went to the store this morning, oh, they do collard, broccoli, Brussels, kale, spinach, etc. Yes, they are. They're all going to make you fart, and they're good for you. But boy, if you sunchokes, you won't need to go to the gas station. All right, just gonna put this one on, and now I don't have to worry. And now I can be relaxed. I'm gonna check in on my Brussels sprouts, and let's see if we can kind of. Hang on. Let's go on the road. Dun 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 dun. Come on the road with me. We're gonna look at the Brussels sprouts. Here we go. There we go. Oh, they are looking really good. This looks really, really nice. I'm pleased. So what I'm gonna do, should have done this. So in restaurants, a big deal. I owned a few restaurants with my late husband. Is you've got to think about timing. And so what they do in restaurants is they cook stuff almost till it's done, and then they put it in the oven so they can time it out with the other entrees. Because you can imagine, like when you're at a restaurant and you order fish, but your friend orders a steak, and how are they going to figure that one out? Well, that's how they do it. Partially cook the steak, put it in the oven. So we're just going to keep this warm, and then that's going to kind of be enough. It's going to have. Yikes. Okay, turn that down. Because these are almost where I want them to be, but not quite. But I'm going to keep them in the oven while I finish the dinner. Oh, can you see the steam? Can you see that? No. All right, let's get back to the chicken now. Meanwhile, back at the chicken. Meanwhile, that's what we don't get with the lives. We don't get the cuts. It's like we've gone back to the 50s with the TikTok live. Tapping is clapping. That's right. Tap the screen for the hearts. Okay, I'm going to get back to my... So because I'm going to be doing chicken, I'm going to bring back Let's bring back the pan. Let's bring back the butcher block that I used earlier with the chicken. Hands up, clapping, clapping. And then I always keep these things for my compost because I'm also a gardener, so it's good. If they're small enough, I can use them in my compost. Although, you know what really is great for compost? I don't know if you guys are composting people, is coffee grounds. I'm really missing my coffee grounds. I used to have a coffee machine, but then my Italian boyfriend brought me an espresso machine, which I do love, but I don't have the coffee grounds. So lately I've been going up to Starbucks begging. I'm like, you got any old coffee grounds? You got any coffee grounds for a middle-aged gardener lady? And I've come a cropper. I haven't gotten them yet, so. Anyway, all right, we got to do our breading. Breading, hang on. Which is going to be flour and panko. Oh, there's my panko. Where do you guys fall on the panko breadcrumb thing? I don't know. I think I used to be more of a breadcrumb person, especially when I'm doing like a chicken Milanese. I thought it was more fine, refined, that kind of thing. Dope Kitchen. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, dude. Don't get me started. Let me show you. I do love my kitchen. I have a very big professionally stove here because, like I said, my late husband was a chef, so we had to have something good. I did all the painting, got this new. I've got these fun but very impractical like pantry shelf things. And then we converted, I converted. Actually, he'd already passed when I did it, but we'd been talking about it before he passed. I took over my laundry room and made this big butler pantry where I can alphabetize my spices, sparkling waters for the kids, some wine, and then this is my favorite. I love for my pans. That's pornography for me. I love it. And this is my fermentation station where I do, kefir and kombucha. Although my kombucha sucks. I don't like my kombucha. All right, let's get back to this. Anyway, sidebar. Okay. Please share the live stream. Oh, gosh, Michael, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. So as I recall, it's kind of a 1 cup quarter. That's like a quarter cup panko to a cup flour. Or is it the other way around? That's what's good about Food Network remembering my recipes, because I'm not sure if I made this on Food Network. It might have been something else. It might have been on YouTube. But I have to look. No, cup of breadcrumbs of panko. To quarter cup flour. Okay, right. That makes sense. And then what I also did, it's raining, so I didn't want to do it live with y'all, is I got some fresh thyme from my garden. Obviously, you can use dried thyme, but my thyme plant is even surviving in the winter. It's even surviving my chickens, my chickens, as some of you might know, are a bit of a problem. They can even come in on the lives and try to steal focus. They have a real sense of entitlement. So I'm going to add that to my mixture here for my chickens. Did Julie Child have a problem opening bags? Oh, if I have time, I will have to show you a really cute picture of my husband Mark Hill when he was a young chef and Julie Child came to his restaurant. I have a picture of them together. All right, so they have a full order. I'll leave that like that. Okay, so got the breadcrumbs. I'm kind of eyeballing it in terms of proportions. And then I'm going to put some of the dried thyme. What's so nice, it's so easy with thyme because you just along, just scrape it with your nails. And I need a fill. It's a problem with having beautiful fake acrylic nails is you got to take the time for maintenance. Oh, hi, Fran Diego. Oh, good to see you. Let's see, what is that? Oh, Fred, good morning, chat. Oh, Fred, you're so sweet. You've even found me on my other channel. You're so sweet. I love it. Is it raining in San Diego like it is here in Los Angeles? It's supposed to be. I don't know what to do. On Thursday, we were going to have a birthday party for my son. Oh, thank you, Fran. You're so sweet. Thank you, honey. Thank you for the rewards. Really appreciate it, y'all. But my sister said, "Oof, it's gonna be raining." So maybe, so I think I have to reschedule. No one wants to drive Thursday night. It's gonna be like big time rain. All right, so here we go. And then an egg, and it's so funny. Oh my God, the store this morning. You know how eggs have been so expensive? They didn't have any eggs. Zippo, no eggs at all. Fortunately, I have eggs. Oh, I need a little melted butter. Poop de la roop. I'm sure. This is what happens. I set stuff out for the live. Oh, I forget where I set it out. Hey, Taylor and Cass, can you see that I covered the microwave this time? For the glare. I remembered. Because the lights I use. All right. So, Food Talk TV. I'm Daphne Brogdon. If you're just tuning in, I'm making chicken cordon bleu, roasted Brussels sprouts, and coconut rice. All the recipes that I make and that all of our creators make are on the website. Food Talk TV, Food Talk TV, the longest running live food creators on TikTok. Oh, what are these symbols? This looks fun. Oh, how cute. Oh, that's right. That's some. Oh, that red girl. First time here. Oh, thank you for being here. You don't like eggs that much. They're very good. They're good for your gut. I mean, I used to say they were cheap protein, but no more. Hey, welcome. So here's the deal, red girl. This is Food Talk TV, so please give it a follow. I'm Daphne Brogdon. My channel is Daph Brog. We have a consortium of wonderful cooks of all who specialize in different things. You can learn from all of them, so it's fun and we go live every day. I think there's a live show. Sometimes twice a day. Bra strap. So give us a follow. Oh, Benjamin, you're so sweet to be here. The dude, and you just found me too. Oh, no kidding. That's fantastic. I love that story. Okay, well, this is Food Talk TV, and if you want to see, so you come here to see all kinds of great home chefs, and then if you want to see me also do mom comedy and political stuff, whatever, go to Daph Brog. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to add a little melted butter. And I'm going to crack an egg. Oh, I did it. Yay, I did it right. I swear to God, sometimes even on lives I get nervous. I don't crack an egg right. Oh, that's what I was telling you guys. So when I was doing my Food Network show, just to show you how incredibly easy it was. So I get all dolled up. And of course, we would have already gone through what the beats of the recipe was and blah, 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 blah. And the hard part was kind of what I'm doing right now, which is that you're making food and you're talking. So that's the hardest part. But then they'd be like, I'd say, and then it goes in the oven. I'd be like, cut. And then I'd be like, what do you need me to do? No, go sit down for an hour. And then I'd go sit down for an hour. And meanwhile, then the food people come in and they finish making it. And they make it look really beautiful. And then they set up for the next thing. And I would just come in, you know, like a surgeon, like ready to roll. And then, of course, I didn't have to clean. People were cleaning up. It was the best job ever. It was fantastic. All right. And it was such a for so many reasons, I was just crushed when we didn't get the third season. Also because the producers had said, because I kept being like, when do I get the free stuff? You know, I kept thinking, when do I get the Viking stove or the Califon, pans? And they're like, oh, that's when you have the third season. Third season's when you start getting the free stuff. I was like, okay, never happened. They did let me keep some of the stuff from that we used in the show, though. So it was a great experience. A great work with great people. Okay. So now let's get that chicken back out. And coming back to the stage, the raw chicken cordon bleu. So this is chicken that has been pounded thin, chicken breast, and stuffed with prosciutto, ham, and cheese. That's right. We're double protein. No, it's a triple protein. Oh, it's a triple protein. Remember that. So let's see here. How can you kind of more see what I'm doing? There. Okay, let's see. Let's see. There's Butters, my dog. Butters, can you hold the camera? I have a narrow eyelid, so it kind of messes with my depth of field here a little bit. I'd asked my daughter at one point, because she doesn't go to work for a couple more hours, like, oh, would you help me with the lives? She looked at me like, yeah, that was not going to happen. You had a cat named Toast. Oh my God, that's adorable. Toast. You're Toast. And I have Butters. Fran, we're meant to be. That is so cute. All right. Hey, wait a minute. You can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm liking this story. All right, so let's fire this up. Let's get some oil. I'm gonna use canola. So I will readjust, but I just want you to see this part of it. Okay, so we've taken out the chicken. And now I'm gonna coat it, so to speak. It's a little on the thick side. But that's all right. This is I heard somebody say that they're really tired of the phrase, it is what it is, but it's so hard not to use it, right? Well, it is what it is. Right? Okay, let's get the second one. Yeah, this is definitely, this is going to be like an armor of panko. But who knows? Maybe that'll be great. Sometimes the best mistakes. My husband had a story of, so my husband and his previous wife, they started La Brea Bakery. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. It's a pretty famous bakery. It was really famous. They sold it many, many years ago. But there was this thin molasses sort of chocolate chip cookie that was super popular, very thin. And he said it was an accident. It was happened that whoever was cooking that day didn't put the same amount of flour that the recipe had called for, but everybody loved it, so they kept it as is. Sometimes it is not. So you're right. Sometimes it's not what it is. Okay, now it's going to go in the pan. Oh, it didn't splatter. I was thinking it might splatter. That doesn't look so pretty. I don't have my gloves. I gotta wash my hands. Oh, whenever it rains, it rains. Pennies from heaven. Okay, so let's see. So we'll move this around here again. So we've got snow in Kansas. We've got rain in LA. What else did I make? Right, super cute. Yeah, you got that right, Fran. Does anybody have any questions about anything that I'm making? I feel like I never asked that, and I really should. Hi, Happy. Boy, you got a big name to live up to. Hi, Happy. I'm Daphne Brogdon, and I'm making chicken cordon bleu, Brussels sprouts, and coconut rice. So now we've gotten to the part of the meal here, part of the process. You can see. So that's the chicken. It's a pounded chicken breast. I've stuffed it with prosciutto, ham, and cheese. Then I rolled it in a panko flour egg mixture. It's a little questionable because I think I did it too thick, but we'll see. Hi, Lori. Chicken cordon bleu, roasted Brussels sprouts, coconut rice. So that's the chicken. So I took chicken breast, pound it thin, roll it up, put it in the fridge for half an hour, and then cover it with the batter, and now fry it. Meanwhile, let's check in on those Brussels sprouts. Ooh, which I had cooked in the stovetop, and I think they're gonna be good. I like my Brussels sprouts crispy and a little burnt almost, a little oily, a little salty. And then right at the end, which I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna splash some balsamic on them. Because you only want the balsamic for like the last 10 minutes. Uh-oh, I lost my sandbag. Wait a minute. AKA chocolate chips. There we go. Hey, Benjamin. Oh, great. Oh, you just sent a gift. You guys are so sweet. Benjamin's a great chef. You guys got to check him out. For those of you who are new to Food Talk TV, you got to come and check out all the creators. All right. So this is my nice balsamic. Let me take out. Let's see if it's time to turn my chicken. Yeah. Yeah. This probably needs to be sent to the fridge too. I mean fridge. I know, sometimes you guys are talking to each other, so squeeze all of that. Mix it, and then I'm going to put it back in. You don't want to put the balsamic too early. All right, let's see if you guys can see what's happening with my very non-Julia Child chicken cordon bleu here. Julia Child's credited with having popularized chicken cordon bleu, which is a dish. Some people say it was made in Switzerland, some people it was made in France. There is actually no blue in the chicken cordon bleu. Cordon bleu means a blue ribbon, which has to do with what chefs would wear, like fancy chefs. Something like I think there's a cooking school, right? Chicken cordon bleu. I put on a splatter guard. You know what's so funny? Somebody gave me a splatter guard, and I can't find it. I will be back cooking on Food Talk February 26th, my birthday. Oh, Mama T, good. You'll be back. Oh, your birthday's back. My son's birthday is the 15th. So wait, does that mean you're an Aries? No. Aquarius? No, you're a Pisces. That's right. Yeah, you know what? It's funny you talk about the splatter. I did get used to that with my husband being a professional chef. He was always coming home with cuts and burns, and he just kind of got used to it. I'm kind of a little used to it. Pisces, there you go. Didn't you lose all the oven heat while adding balsamic? Oh, no, it's still plenty hot. I have two ovens, too. I have a big oven and a small oven, and that small oven is really stays hot. It's really good. So I'm turning these around, see? So I got it on the side, so now I'm just making sure that it's browned on all sides. Also, sometimes the chicken cordon bleu, people make a little sauce. I'm not making a sauce. But this is good. Very smoky. Oh, I wonder how the rice is doing. Oh. Oh, boy. Oh. I am not sure about this rice. I feel like I didn't cook enough. Here's what happened. I got two kinds of rices. I got the basmati and the jasmine. Jasmine cooks, no problem, 20 minutes. Sometimes the basmati takes longer. All right. What do we got here? Oh, you guys. Yay. Okay, I'm glad you're following Food Talk TV. And all of the recipes are on our website. The recipe for this is not on the website yet. I'm going to send it in when I'm done. Okay, this is looking pretty. This is looking pretty good. All right, let me. I gotta sort out. I'm just gonna stick it in here to keep it warm for a minute while I figure out what's happening with my rice. Make sure it's in. Turn that off. Yeah, that's the one thing with rice. Okay. Brussels sprouts. So I think it's all ready. I'm gonna plate. I'm gonna kind of clean up and plate now, so you guys can see what's happening. Hopefully, I'm not cutting into raw chicken. You know, it is funny having chickens as pets and being one who eats chicken, because sometimes I'm like holding my chicken and I'm like, oh, this is the breast. That's right. And then I go, but I won't eat you. Don't worry. Let's see. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's almost here. I did get started a little late because we had some technical difficulty, but I think we will be okay. I just want to kind of clear the deck so I can make it look somewhat appetizing here. And get rid of the chicken stuff that touched raw chicken. Oh, you know what? I just saw that garlic spin around. I totally forgot I was going to put some garlic in the chicken cordon bleu. Forgot. I always forget something. But not a disaster. What would be an interesting thing to think about? Did I miss something? Wait. Oh, I think you guys are talking to each other. Okay, it's confusing me. All right. Clean the knife. Oh, that's what you always got to do. That's why as soon as something has touched raw chicken, throw this in. Okay. Now you guys need to see when I cut into the chicken, because it could be an unmitigated disaster. It may be like it's not going to work. Who knows? We shall see. No, that's just my doggy door. That's not going to help y'all. Oh, wait, maybe if I move my plastic wrap. I feel like everybody else on Food Talk TV has their angles better than I do. I don't have my angles. I'm still on an angle learning curve here. Yeah, I need the overhead. I need the GoPro. We used to do that. We used to put I think we put a GoPro on my hood. Like, this is basically kind of what I need. Oh, the chicken. Yes, it is. Hi, Steve. Oh, Steve, how are you? How good to see you. I'm making chicken cordon bleu, roasted Brussels sprouts, and coconut rice. And I'm almost at the end. I'm going to cut into my chicken and see if it worked. I'm hoping. I'm just trying to get a decent angle here. I'm moving my camera around here. Oops, nope. See, there it's done. Okay, if you can almost... Okay, I think I finally got it. Okay, listen, I swear, this could be a total disaster. I have no idea. So first off, the Brussels sprouts are just how I want them. Yum, yum. Crispy. Great. My kids are gonna love them. They'll all be gone. Very happy with them. Happy with me. Then, I wish we had smell-o-vision. This is my coconut rice. And then, oh, Steve, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. I love seeing you. So coconut rice. So this is very simple. I wish it had cooked a little longer. It's not quite as soft as I want, but I think this is the basmati that takes like 10 minutes longer. But you get the idea. This is something else that my kids like. They'd really burnt out on regular rice. So second or third time I make rice. I'm like, I make coconut rice, and they're like, hey, so they like it. Oh, you're not a rice eater. Yeah, I don't know. You might want to try coconut rice. So, coconut rice, and now let's bring out the chicken. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the chicken. Chicken corn. Okay. You know what it looks like? It looks like a corn dog. Like I'm one of those hot dog on a stick girls, which when I worked at the mall in the 80s, we were always like, oh, the hot dog on a stick girls. We treated them so badly. So let's cut into it. I'm nervous. I'm going to be honest, I'm nervous. Please work out. I think it worked out. Oh my God. It totally worked out. It does remind me of hot dog on a stick though, doesn't it? Oh, good friend, thank you. I would probably put it in 1 more minute though, before I would serve it. I mean, it's not pink, but I'm paranoid. Okay, but I know what okay, so here, this is the prosciutto. Okay, so the pink is not the chicken. The pink is the prosciutto, the ham, the Swiss cheese. I guess it is fine. That is fine. So normally the way you would, you could serve it like this, boom, or, and like in a restaurant, they would probably pre-slice it so it has a little bit more wow on the plate. Yeah, so this is what you want, this kind of thing. Let me plate it, let me plate it. Because then if I plate it, I get a photo. I send it to FoodTokTV. Here we go. You do like the big end. Let's do. That was pretty easy though. That worked out, right? I have not made this in years and years. Okay. So we'll do a little this. Okay, there we go. Chicken cordon bleu, roasted Brussels sprouts, and coconut rice. It is very nice. Thank you. And I'm Daphne Brogdon. My channel is at Daphne Brog, and this is FoodTokTV, which has a consortium of super talented and sweet and friendly and wonderful cooks. We do live programming every day, so give us a follow. Change rice. Use one of the single-serve cups of pineapple bits with a juice. Oh, wow, that's fancy. Yummy. Enjoy. Great job, Daphne. Okay, thank you. You guys are so sweet. All right, let me try it. Oh, yep, that worked out. I like the balsamic at the end. Oh, Steve, my mouth's watering. You're the best. All right. I normally wouldn't pick it up, but I'm going to pick it up just because Hey, that worked out. That could be an appetizer. Oh, it's so good. This is fancy. This tells your family you love them. Whether you do or not, I really taste the thyme too. It was really good. Thank you guys so much for joining. It's your kitchen girl. Pick it up all you want. Oh, you're so sweet, friend. Wait, I have to tell you some gossip. So, my boyfriend works at this fancy restaurant in Beverly Hills. He has all kinds of celebrities who come in. And Jamie Foxx was one of the ones who came in, who was very nice and took a picture with him and stuff like that. But he said Jamie Foxx ate all his food with his hands, even fish. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, okay, thank you guys for joining FoodTokTV. All the recipes will be on the website. I'm here every Wednesday at 11 Pacific time. That would be 1 o'clock Eastern time. Right? No, it's 1 o'clock Central time. All I know is Pacific. 11 a.m. Pacific. I'm at 11 a.m. Pacific. And please go to my channel, Daphne Brog 2, to see more fun and hijinks, as Steve has done. And, 1 Central. That's it. Yeah, 1 o'clock Central on Wednesday. I am here. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Fran. Thank you, Kaz and Taylor and everybody. I feel like the Academy Awards. I want to thank my agent, Bernie Messerschmidt. I want to thank my publicist. I want to thank everybody for coming to FoodTokTV.